Hi, this is Mark Littleton, the minister of the Word for the Athens Church of Christ, with today's 3-minute sermon. We're working our way through the book of Proverbs this month, and whatever day of the month it is, we're looking at the corresponding proverb for that day. Today is October 21st, and so we're looking at Proverbs chapter 21. I just want to share with you a few verses in this great chapter. I hope that you'll read through the whole thing as you have time today. Proverbs 21 and verse 2 says this: "Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart." In other words, there's a difference between the way we view things and the way the Lord views things. I would say most of us would say, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right path. I'm walking the right way. And yet the question we need to ask is, what does the Lord say about that? What does He say about the way we're living? What does He say about the direction we're going? That matters a whole lot more than what we think about the way we're going. Down in verse 9, this one's just funny. It says, "It is better to live in the corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife." You got to love the image there, right? The wise man said, look, it would be better for you to go up on your roof and live over in the furthest corner, just that little section of the top of the roof. It would be better for you to live up there than to live in the house with a quarrelsome wife. Now, this isn't just about quarrelsome women, all right? This is about a spouse who just always seems to want to argue and to be quarrelsome. The principle of this proverb is simply this: in our marriage relationships, let's not be quarrelsome people. Let's be people who try to work for peace and who try to get along with one another and not just relish arguing with each other. He says, man, it'd be better to go live on your roof than to live in a house with a spouse like that. And then down in verse 13, he says, "Whoever closes his ear to the cry of the poor will himself call out and not be answered." You see this one over and over in the Proverbs. God has a heart for the poor, and He expects His people to have a heart for the poor too. And if we close our hearts to the people that His heart is open to, the Lord says, you're going to call out to me, and in the day you need me, I'm not going to hear you either. And then another one down in verse 16. "One who wanders from the way of good sense will rest in the assembly of the dead." I think that pretty well sums up the book of Proverbs. When we wander off of the path of just having good sense, that's what this book is about. Practical wisdom, just living sensibly. When we wander away from the path of good sense, we're going to find ourselves in the assembly of the dead. In other words, it is not going to end well for us when we walk away from the wisdom of God. And so my challenge to you today, friend, is what path are you walking on? Are you walking in the path of good sense? Are you walking in the path that pleases the Lord, not just one that you think is a good way for you to walk? Lord willing, we'll see you again tomorrow for another 3-minute sermon. God bless.